Johnny at Fans Warped Tour. He's the lead singer of the groundbreaking ceremony. Check it out.
Little Vanna White action.
Little Vanna White. Fans Warped Tour, one of their big things this year as far as advertising is the end of the world. Or at least that's the whole...
2012, yeah.
I'm not saying it will happen. I'll leave that up to you.
We're gonna find out, right? Like either way.
Either way.
Didn't we just mix the Rapture like last year? Didn't that happen? I think we missed that too.
But what's the last song you want to listen to as the world is coming to an end?
I have this band.
Don't be cliche.
No, I'm absolutely. Journey, Don't Stop Believing. That is my song. No, I'm a huge fan. All right. Yeah, there you go. That's a little too literal for me, I think. I am a big fan of this band out of the Bay Area in California called Dredge, and they have a song called Information that just came out on one of the records a couple years back. The record was called The Pariah, The Parrot, The Delusion, but the song is just very, very moving, and it's like 4+ minutes long. It's the last song I want to listen to. I don't want the single, like it was a single, but I don't want it to be the single. I want like 4.5. I want a Tool song. I want a 10-minute Tool song. But no, like I absolutely love that song. Information by Dredge, D-E-R-D-G. Totally awesome. That's my jam. That's my end of the world song, hands down. I've actually thought about that. Like, this conversation is mostly what happens in our van at around like 2 and 3 in the morning when we're like, dude, I gotta stay awake. Wake up. Talk to me. Talk to me. Hey, get up. Knock it off.
Now, you're in a very unique situation with Warped.
Yeah.
You're working for stage time.
Yes.
How did that come about?
Honestly, total luck. We reached out to kind of like a liaison for Tidot Catering, and that's the catering company that caters for Warped Tour. And we asked if they needed help with anything with the truck, so I could cover my mouth. If they needed any help on the tour, and they said, yeah, they usually have 1 or 2 bands come out and do like prep work and help out with miscellaneous things for the catering company. And we came in, most of the members of my band all work in restaurants, so they expected a band that had no idea what was going on. We walked in and we were like, what do we got to do? And they just told us, we were like, oh my god, like totally. And so we actually leave, like when we're not on tour, that's what we do, is we work in restaurants, but like we come out here and we're basically in a mobile restaurant again. So they're like, yeah, you gotta, like, here's how you pick, and we're used to like working with presentation and all kinds of stuff, so we came in and we figured out like a system that really worked for us within like a week or 2. And then they just kind of like left us alone. They were like, you guys know what you're doing, like that's awesome.
Talk to you.
And so Shelly, the lady that owns and runs Tidot Catering, she loved us, and she was like, please come back again next year. So we did that last year. We're also doing it this year. And basically what we do is we box up stage meals for the stage managers and sound techs and people that work on the stages that are far enough away from catering that they can't make it back to eat and get back out there. Everybody can usually make breakfast because nothing's set up or open at that point. But lunch and dinner are obviously totally clustered, especially in like a day like today where you could get lost if you were, drunk enough. Which is possible as a stage manager, that could be. But like, so we box up stage meals for them, and then we also help out with like production and like Kevin Lyman particularly. Like sometimes he'll be out in the front in the gates in the morning, like trying to organize the skip the line passes and all the people that already bought tickets versus people that are trying to buy tickets. We'll call and everything, and so we try to help out however we can. And we have a megaphone, so we kind of like, he's like, hey, can you tell them to do that? And we're like, yeah, we got you. Hey, get over there. You're messing everything up. And yeah, so they basically, by working with the tour, that earns us stage time. We play every 2 to 3 days, and obviously we're really grateful for it, and it gives us a chance to promote all summer long and really reach out and be a part of the scene, and not just in terms of with our fans and making new ones, but in terms of potential like tour mates in the future. You meet people like Ryan from Yellowcard, and we actually, our rhythm guitar player Scott's a big fan of Alex from All Time Low, and we just brought Alex back to our band the other day to give him a copy of the record because he said he wanted to hear it, and Scott was passed out, like drunk in the passenger seat. So the first time he met his idol, he wasn't even really awake for it. But like, we meet all these people, and they're so cool. Like the guys in Vampires Everywhere, absolutely awesome. Like we were talking about Memphis Mayfire, Total Sweethearts. Like it's just so much like all these metalcore screamo bands that are on the tour are probably like the people who are the closest to than we're pop punk. So like there's never gonna be a tour scenario where that works, but we love hanging out with them, and like we just spend a lot of time goofing off, and they come see us and we come see them, and it's kind of cool because every person, not even just if you're in a band or not, kind of has this like dying Blink-182 fan in them. So even if you're like metalcore, you're a fan of pop punk somehow. And and not necessarily all of it, but you know, we tend to make it onto a couple people's playlists, and a lot of people have always reached, like Ronnie Racky from Falling Universe reached out to us and said like, hey, listen to your new record, I think it's awesome, like, you guys did a really good job, which is a huge honor because those guys are phenomenal, all those dudes are really, really cool, Brian, Seaman, all those dudes. Yeah, so
what's up next for your band?
you know, honestly, we don't know. Okay, we play it by ear. I like to say we know what we want to do. We have like a game plan. We try to think of everything in terms of like 3-month investments of time, and that way we can stay a little bit more closely together with what we're trying to accomplish. And so we just picked up a new publicist with Earshot Media, Mike Cabillos.
Yeah.
Yep. And so we've got a lot of people that have reached out to us because of a recent press blast that we just did. And we just shot a music video literally 3 days before Warped Tour, and we're supposed to see the first rough edit of that in the next couple days. I'll make some final edits over the course of the next week after that while we're on the road, and then we'll have a final edit up, ready to roll, and have it posted and out there by I think like the very end of the tour, which is good because it's out there for all the people that we reached out to and met that kind of latched onto us, and that'll probably go out on a blast from Mike too. And then other than that, we'd like to do an acoustic EP this fall to kind of keep that ball rolling. It's something we've never really done before, and it's something we think we could do really well. And not just to kind of like put another record out there to make money off of, but because like we feel like we like to challenge ourselves. So this is something we've never done, and we don't want to do like straight acoustic renditions of the song. We want to kind of rearrange them a little bit and make them delicate and soft, kind of like a lot of our musical idols did when we were young, like Incubus and stuff like that. So. Yeah, that and touring is really the big thing. So we're looking for potential tours, and we're also talking to a couple of bands on the tour about that. And I think we worked out like a week-long tour with Man Overboard over a bag of Hartley's potato chips. So that was well worth our $3.99 investment. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And then we'll start writing a new record while we're on tour and on the road and over the fall and winter, and record the next one before next spring. Oh, and the other thing I guess is kind of like important about us is that we're not signed. Like we're doing this all on our own, no management or nothing. We just kind of like we have the foresight and the tenacity to go after everything that we want, and we're doing, I would say, pretty damn well. But
that's why you need to check out the groundbreaking ceremony.